guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Going to read through pretty much the full article here. There's a link in the description. I will play a video. I'm not sure if there's any audio. I've not watched the video yet. And this is a few days old. I'm a little bit behind. This is dated the 20th of January. It's currently the 24th of January. I've just looked for an update and I've not found any further update. So this is as much as we're aware, as far as I'm aware. Mother of 11-month-old baby girl shot in the face in the Bronx, New York City, says that the infant will survive, as chilling video shows the gunman firing off shots while chasing a rival. So gang-related shooting, which resulted in 11-month-old baby girl from the Bronx being shot in the face by a stray bullet while sitting in her parents' car, and thankfully she is expected to survive. The shooting of the child, identified by her family as Catherine Ortiz, shocked the city, which is grappling with rising crime rates and mounting public safety concerns. Meraida Gomez, 32 years of age, the baby's mother, has said that her daughter was stable at Weill Cornell Medical Center in Manhattan, where doctors spent the night fighting for her life. She's going to be okay, the mom told the New York Post. God willing, it's in God's hands. Gomez and her husband, Louis Ortiz, also have two older daughters, ages 8 and 9. Catherine's first birthday is on Friday. Her paternal aunt, Nancy Ortiz, said that her niece is just learning to walk. On Thursday, police released heart-stopping video footage showing the moment a gunman shot baby Catherine in the face while chasing a rival through the Bronx. In the recording, the suspect, dressed in dark clothing, including a black Nike hoodie, races around a corner in Bedford Park with a gun in his hand. He can be seen opening fire while a rival dashes away and disappears from the camera shot. The gunman, who has not been named nor arrested, can be seen pausing and firing shots close to two cars, pale cars. It is unclear which vehicle Catherine was in, but she was struck while sitting next to her mom, who mistook the bullet for a rock hitting their parked car. Moments later, the gunman can be seen running back down the street and out of sight. His tiny victim, Catherine Ortiz, was rushed to hospital in a critical but stable condition. Her blood-stained pink coat was photographed lying on the ground afterwards. So there's her blood-stained pink coat. A poignant photo. We can have a look at this video, and this is seemingly, allegedly, the gunman, who has not been arrested, as far as I'm aware at this stage. But let's have a look at this video. So the gunman's just running and shooting. Just running and shooting at his ops, rival gang members, something like that, we would presume. And he's shot into at least one car, if not two or more. And one of the bullets has struck a baby girl, Catherine Ortiz, in the face. She's 11-month-old. Thankfully, she's in a stable condition.
It was just after 5 p.m.
Having undergone surgery. The article gives us a little bit more information, both about what's happening in New York City in regards to violent crime, as well as the lead up to the incident. The mother's husband was at a nearby store at the time of the shooting and ran outside when he heard his wife's screams. The mayor, Eric Adams, described how the dad cradled his wounded daughter, dressed in a pink coat stained red with her blood. One of the gunmen is caught on camera fleeing on foot, and they both remain at large. The little girl, who turns 1 on Friday, was taken to St. Barnabas Hospital in critical but stable condition before being intubated and transferred to Weill Cornell Medical Center. No further updates on her condition have been given, so we hope, we pray that, of course, she is okay and that the family is able to recover from this incident.
Well, you can see, he was shooting. Mobilization point 198 in Valentine, looking for male Hispanic. Male Hispanic or male black, we have black ski mask, neck check mark on the front of the sweater, white sneakers.
So you have gang members, presumably gang members, running around at night, but you know, when there's plenty of people around, plenty of traffic in built up areas, I should imagine almost everywhere in New York City is built up, running around shooting and striking innocent victims. This is what's happening in New York City. So the new mayor, Eric Adams, he's only just been put in the position. He's an ex-New York cop, I believe. He's been voted in, I believe, because of what he said. He said he's going to have a strong approach to crime. And I saw a headline earlier today saying he's going to do some more gun ownership reforms, which perhaps I shouldn't get too political. I'm no expert on the subject. I grew up in England. I live in Australia. We don't really have guns here. I mean, it's not entirely true, but by and large, you know, I've never lived in a place where gun ownership was commonplace. But to me, if you're going to have these criminals run around, they've got guns, they're going to run around and they're going to shoot indiscriminately, then you need protection. Your citizens need protection, and taking guns away from the law-abiding citizens, to me, doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense when you have the guns within society already. If it was the case that the gangs didn't have guns, then it would make sense to me, well, to stop them having access to guns, we'll just ban guns in totality and hope that works. Hope that guns aren't brought into the country illegally or they're manufactured illegally. But given that you have quite obviously a proliferation of guns and, you know, a proliferation of a black market in gun supply, you're not going to be able to take those guns away. The criminals are going to have access to the guns. So the only viable option, as far as I can tell, is to arm the law-abiding citizens, allow them to be armed, and then all of a sudden you'll find that punks, and I'm being extremely generous, aren't I? But punks like these guys running around trying to shoot at their opposition, the rival gang members or such, running around with guns, running around shooting, you'll find that they'll be less inclined to do so when any of these people minding their own business, doing a little bit of shopping, walking home of an evening, going for a late night stroll, whatever it is, if any one of them, or indeed all of them, were potentially carrying a weapon, I think you'll find that these gang members will be less inclined to run around shooting indiscriminately. So, you know, again, I'm no political expert here, and I don't wish to detract away too much from the actual case. Being the 11-month-old girl shot in the face, Catherine Ortiz, which thankfully, as far as we're aware, I've looked for an update, but as far as we're aware, she is in stable condition. So we pray, we hope for a a full recovery. So this is after the incident, when the police have arrived and some news reporters and such. Crime in New York City. Murders are down 22%. That's good. Everything else is up, not particularly good. Overall crime up 35%. Robbery 25%. Rape 15%. So these aren't good apart from the murder. So again, you know, I think it's a little bit too premature to give the new New York Mayor Eric Adams too much of a hard time at this point. He's been in the job for a month, a little less than a month, something like that. And he's got a terrible situation on his hands. Let's hope that he can turn it around. He needs some time to do that. And it's not going to be easy. I mean, you've literally got criminals, gang members, presumably, just doing whatever, pardon my French, the fuck they want. If they want to go around running with guns, shooting at their ops, shooting at their opposition, their rival gang members, how is the mayor supposed to stop that? I don't know what the answer is. Maybe one answer is CCTV, ongoing surveillance, that kind of thing. Throwing investigators to try to infiltrate these gangs, bring the gangs down. We don't know. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be an easy fix, and maybe there won't be a fix. I think that's a pretty likely outcome, that there's no significant fix, but of course we pray and hope that there is.